There's something on my screen. I have to push it. What's happening to my glue now? Now my glue is stuck. This is just great. My glue is jammed. Today we are gluing up segments for a segmented vase that I am making. It should be loads of fun. I'm using a hose clamp. That's going to tighten this down really good. I wish I could kind of zoom in on this a little. You guys don't need to see it, my whole freaking table, but it is what it is, I guess. Man. Then I come in with a hammer, flatten it out. And that is exactly what I'm looking for there. Tighten it up one last time. Segmented rings. There we go. 2 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go. Oh, I wish I could read that far. What are you making? Yeah, I'm making segmented rings for a segmented vase that I will be turning later on in the week. I'm actually doing a full YouTube video. But this whole part doesn't need to get recorded, so I figured I would jump on live and invite anybody in who wants to see and do that. I'm very new to the whole YouTube live thing. I did one a little while ago and I had some fun, so I figured I'd just do it again, see how it goes. yeah, it is cool. It's a really fun project. If anybody's into segmented turning here or wants to get into segmented turning, you should. It's super fun. It's a lot of tedious work because you're basically cutting up wood, gluing it back together, and then turning it. But I think it pays off. I think it's totally worth it. And it's a very fun way to segment. Here I'm just using a pipe clamp to tighten things up. And then I'm going to use this hammer to flatten the ring out the best I can. And that'll make it so when I go to flatten this ring, like with a sander, it'll come out a lot better and it'll be a lot easier. There we go. Pretty good. Nice tight joints. Making segmented rings for a segmented vase. Today we're using cherry, and we're doing a full YouTube video on this, but this part doesn't need to get recorded. So I figured I'd do a live and see who jumps in here. Why did I have to put my phone so far away? Whatever it is, I bet it's gonna be amazing. You're not wrong. Well, the hope is that it's gonna be amazing. I'm not gonna say I'm like the best wood turner or anything, but the hope with most projects and art in particular is that you come up with something amazing. And that is what we're doing here today. If you guys are interested in this kind of stuff or want to see where this project goes, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way you guys can first off see the final thing when it's done, when I'm done with the YouTube video, and then also you guys can see if I do more lives, which I will be doing more lives for sure. I'm having fun with them, so we'll be doing them more and more often. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but we'll do them more often. Especially if you guys, the community, is going to be on here, and I'm not going to be all alone. I don't want to be alone. This part is messy though, so I can't really use my hands for anything else. Give me a second to read your comments. I am coming, I promise. Feels pretty good. Getting there at least. Some of these guys don't want to sit flat. It's not a huge deal if I can't get them flat, but it's just, it makes my life so much easier in the end if I can get them sitting pretty flat. There we go. Another one in the bank. I can't read that. You make jewelry? Is that what I see? I make weird mushroom jewelry. Sweet! I'll have to check you out, Bree Bree. I like mushrooms. I'm better than most people. Oh, thanks, Carrie. I appreciate that. I have been doing this a while, so I would hope that I'm better than most, but I definitely know I'm not the best. Sweet mushroom jewelry. That's cool. I actually just started eating mushrooms. Like, you know, I had that whole childhood fear of mushrooms, gross. But then I started getting them on my pizza and on my burgers and stuff, and they are delicious. Plus, they're cool to look at. My glue's like clogging up. This is not good. This is really not good. No. Why is it clogging now? It was so fine like 10 minutes ago. Do I have an extra liner? Not really. Might have to pull this off and clean it real quick. Please hold. I don't know why my glue just started clogging up all of a sudden, but it did. It's just my life. Okay, well that's some of the problem there. Ah! Alright, we're good now. Crisis averted. Kind of. What was that piece? This guy definitely did not have enough glue on it. Alright, we're back at it. Oh yeah, we're cooking now. What's the saying? Cooking with gas now. As opposed to what? Like charcoal? Is this guy gonna fit around that? I don't know. Might be in trouble here. Might be in trouble here. Let's put a rubber band on this one just to kind of save it for now. I'm gonna have to find a clamp that works. This guy's nice and big. Let's see if he can make it. And he's too big. Too small, too big. How's your luck today, Trevor? Just like that. Too big, too big, too big. This guy's gonna be too small. Maybe. Maybe. I'm in a crisis here. Give me a second and I will read your comments, I promise. No, it's too small too. What the heck? Alright. We're all going old school. Rubber bands. Rubber bands to tighten down this segmented ring. Not my favorite method, but it can be effective. As long as you put enough rubber bands on. Should work. Should is the key phrase there. I'm just putting as many on as I got on hand right now. Okay, that actually looks fairly decent. Hopefully it doesn't show too much in the final product, but I can still see a little bit of gapping here. The hope is that it's not all the way through the piece. But huzzah! Got it with rubber bands. So I need to figure out the size for this ring then, because this ring is bigger. Let me read your comments here. What do we got? I can't read them from here. I'm coming over. Here I am. Let's see. I forge everything and preserve them. I've always wanted to get into wood things, but I'm intimidated. Oh, so you do like flower presses. Is that what that's like? Also, literally so many medicinal benefits. Mushrooms are the fountain of youth. I agree with you there. Oh, I know. Hi, oh, I know. I'm over here having secondhand anxiety for you. Can we not zip tie? You could use zip ties. The problem with those is just that you can only tighten them so much. And using one of these guys is I have an attachment right here on my drill, and I can just crank that down and make sure that I can get like super nice tight joints. So I want all of these joints to be as tight as possible, because if you have like gaps or things like that, you're going to be able to see it in the end, and it's just not going to look as good. So this is my favorite option because I can crank them down and really get them tight. Rubber bands, they work, but they're kind of like zip ties where they can only go so tight. You can't force them to get any tighter. So they're not my favorite, but I mean, as you saw, in a pinch, they work. But hose clamps, pipe clamps, hose clamps, that's the way to go. Got 2 hose clamps with a hose repair kit the other day. The Chinesium stripped immediately. Yeah, they're probably cheap. And if you're gonna use like a drill with your hose clamps, make sure your drill is set to a lower torque. You don't want it all the way up because yeah, I've broken a couple of these not adjusting my torque on my tool, and it just wrecked it. I have one right here. Where is it? Oh, well, this one you can tell I bent the crap out of that, and now it doesn't work. Big Mex, what up, dude? Welcome to my live. I'm trying to be cool like you. So yeah, adjust your torque on your drill before you do it. And if you're doing like small things, just use a screwdriver and do it that way. It'll work the best. Yeah, I use Bree. I use all these for my stuff. I gotta get back to this so I can finish up. In case you guys can't tell, I am sweating like a freaking pig. It is so hot in my shop, but it's kind of got to be that way for right now. So, but we're gonna go back over here. In fact, I have a couple very small water bottles in my shop fridge, nice and cold, to try to help cool me down. Let's finish up these 2 rings, and then we can talk. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's nice and cold. I have a ton of these things on hand. Some of them work good for some things, and some of them don't work good for others. This guy actually looks perfect for this ring. It's a good idea to like double check it, tighten it down, and make sure it's actually gonna fit on there. It's gonna fit on there both ways. It's gonna fit if it's all the way closed, and it's gonna fit if it's open. This one we're Gucci on. Sorry if I'm rushing. I literally have a time crunch in the shop. I've got 20 minutes left, so I'm just trying to get this done so they can set up overnight, and I can keep going on this YouTube video tomorrow. Remember, the more glue, the better when it comes to your segments. Also, don't think that the strength in this glue matters all that much, because you're gluing end grain to end grain. That glue is going to get sucked up into all those pores and not be much help. The strength comes from when you stack your rings together and glue them together like that. That's where all the strength comes from. This provides some strength, but it's not enough strength. Did I say strength enough? tighten down just a little bit. Then come in with the hammer. Having something weird going on here. This my glue up. Looked funny. Flatten everything out. More or less, at least. That's just going to make the sanding process a heck of a lot easier. Then we can crank it down. Yeah, right now the torque on my drill, if I could see it, it looks like it's set to about 10. So, whatever that means. But I just don't have it cranked all the way up, so it's not going to rip these things apart. That's looking good. Set to dry. Okay, last one. This one is actually very important because this is my segmented base. And these are very tricky. Basically, I'm going to glue this up in 2 parts. It's 12 segments in each side, and I'm just going to pressure fit them together. So I'm going to put glue on there. I'm going to rub them together so they stick, and I'm going to leave it. And I'm going to do one side and then the other side. So we'll have little moon shapes like this. And then, once that glue is done drying, I can just come back and flatten it so they glue together nicely. It might not make sense to you right now, but it's honestly the best way to glue up segmented bases. Pressure's on though, because pressure fitting like this, or whatever it's called, it's a little intimidating to me. But I do believe. So you just push them together, and that's it. Don't touch them after that. We're not going to be tightening these down in any way or anything. We're literally just using our own strength and luck to push these together. I have a whole video, well, okay, it's not about segmented bases, but I have a whole video where I talk about the problems with segmented bases and stuff. If anybody is curious as to why I don't like segmented bases, a lot of other wood turners don't like segmented bases because they're so tedious. It's hard because they're tedious. They take a lot of time, but man, do they look good. When you're finished with that segmented base and it's on your bowl or whatever, they look freaking good. So it's a love-hate relationship. Gonna do the second one. Push those together, and then we just leave it. It's kind of weird, but it's good. Just do it. It's the best way to do segmented bases. I have been thinking of doing a whole YouTube video about segmented bases. I'm saying base, not with a V, with a B. Segmented bases. I've been thinking about doing a whole video on segmented bases. I honestly just haven't because I really am not all that educated on them. I mean, I know enough to make them and to give simple advice. I guess maybe the thing is that I don't have a solution, like a good solution to them. Oh man, I messed up. You know, so I don't want to present a problem or show you guys a problem that I don't know the answer to. That's no fun. But if you guys ask and you guys want it, I will do it eventually. I have a few other video ideas I have in mind that I really want to do after this. Okay. That's going to have to be good enough. Let's see what's going on over here, people. And sometimes cold water just hits. Let's see. Let's catch up. Okay. Love hose clamps. Big Mex loves hose clamps. I watch more videos. I watched it 10 times. Segments are so awesome to do. Yes, do it. I want to segment bases like... I will start the idea, putting together the ideas that I have for this segmented base video. And I will start putting something together. No promises, but I will try to start putting something together. But for now, I'm done. I got all of these glued up. The joints look super, super nice and tight. They're relatively flat. And like I said at the beginning, the reason you want these relatively flat is because I'm going to sand them. And if you have them like super unflat, like a hillbilly's teeth, it's going to be really hard to sand, and it's just going to take more and more time. So it's a lot better to take 2 minutes to hammer everything flat, or as flat as can be. It's gonna save you time doing it that way. So the only one that I am concerned with is this guy. I had to put him together with rubber bands because I didn't have a hose clamp that fit it. So I'm a little concerned with the joints on this. They look pretty good, but you never know until you actually start turning it. It could be awful, but I have faith. You do great work, and you help me a lot. So keep doing what you do. I appreciate it, man. I really do. I always appreciate people's nice comments and things like that on my videos. I mean, just watching lives or videos and stuff is awesome. But when people leave comments on videos and comments of affirmation and just helpful comments or whatever, I really appreciate it, because I think it means like you're invested. People are invested in the videos, and that's awesome. Yeah, so this is for the vase that I have coming up. I'm making the YouTube video on it, but you know, how to glue together segmented rings doesn't need to be a part of the video, so I wasn't gonna waste time filming for that. So I figured, well, might as well film for something, so threw it up on the live, and here we are. But yeah, let me no, that's it. I'm basically done. I gotta get inside, put my kids to bed and stuff, and wrap up my night. But I appreciate everybody for swinging in. Actually, you know what? 2 minutes. Let's do 2 minutes till this live is at 30 minutes, and then we'll cut it. So let me show you guys real quick if I can get these segmented base pieces off, what I'm talking about. I have actually a lot of debris down right here. Okay, perfect. This guy came off the table, no problem. So, hey Lil Waves, thanks for stopping by. So, basically I have 2 of these, and the reason I didn't glue them all up together at once is because with this much surface area, you're going to get a lot of slippage and stuff. I also understand that segmented bases always crack. That is another reason a lot of people don't do segmented bases. Because, so you have a lot of surface area here, so the glue up is already tricky. One of the reasons they always crack is because this is always end grain, and so the glue joint is not strong at all. And that is honestly where a lot of the cracking happens, is right along the seam, the joint. The glue's not going to break, but the joint ends up coming apart because all of these little pieces usually end up expanding and contracting. Plus, from my understanding, again, I'm not like an expert, but from my understanding, your wall thickness on these isn't going to be much, so you're still going to have all of this wood that doesn't have the support of the segments holding these all together. So when you glue segments up, right, you glue them brick style. It's hard to, I don't know why I'm trying to show you this, but You glue them up brick style, and that brick style helps all these pieces hold together. And segmented bases often crack because they have more surface area, basically. Back to why I do it in halves, though, as you can see, this half, it's not perfect. It's not a perfectly straight line there. And again, it's just because on the table saw and stuff, you're going to run into slight deviations, whatever. I'm not a perfect human. Stuff happens, right? So I have an imperfect half here, and then I'll grab my other one if I can. I do have to be gentle with these, but so I've got two halves, and they are imperfect. This is a very common thing among segmented bases. They're imperfect. So you glue them up in two halves, then you take them over to a disc sander or something, sand one side flat, sand the next side flat, boom, Bob's your uncle, just like that. Plus, a lot of segmented bases have these got something in my throat. A lot of segmented bases have like these little place where the tips don't all meet up perfectly. And that just gets rid of those. So then everything comes together fairly nicely, and you're left with a pretty good looking joint in the end. So that's the hope with mine, at least. I'm hoping that base comes out looking really good. I have another one somewhere I cut. I need to glue that up as well and just get that process at the same time. But yeah, segmented bases are a pain, but I think that it's definitely the right call when it comes to segmented projects. Whether it's a vase or a bowl, they just look super good. What am I using between them? Like glue? The glue I'm using is Titebond 3. There's nothing else in between them. There's no paper or anything in between it. It's just Titebond 3. That's what I use in all of my segmenting projects. Titebond 3 because it's waterproof. And I don't know what people are going to be using my things for, especially my bowls. All my bowls, I finish them with, or I use Titebond 3 to glue them up, and then I finish them with a food safe finish. So what are you using between them? Because you said pencil no good for the bases. I'm lost, buddy. You're gonna have to help me out here. Oh, this cold water's hitting so good, dude. Sam's Purified, unsponsored. All right, I gotta go. We got all of these things glued up. They are looking great, and they're gonna rest overnight, cure up overnight. It's gonna go base, 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 small neck, neck, neck. Did I do that right? It looks wrong. I'll have to look back at it, but on the two halves for the spacer, if you want to clamp it. Oh, like if I wanted to clamp them together. Nothing. I'm just gonna sand them, clamp them together. So at this point, once they're sanded flat, I can just use like an F-style clamp or a trigger clamp and just clamp them together. It shouldn't be a problem. They should go nice and easy. All this will be, well, not all of this, but you guys will see it in the YouTube video. I have other YouTube videos on my page that show how I do all of this. But yeah, I'll start working on doing a full-on segmented bases, how I do it sort of video for everybody, and we'll get that in the works. I just got to put it on my notes in my phone, and you guys are on my phone. So, all right, that's it for me. Be good, be safe, be happy. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate all of you. Have a good night. and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.